So, there has been a numerous of teams that has made some very important acquisitions, and there has been others that really didn't do nothing at all. But one of the teams that has surprised me has been the Chicago Bulls. In fact, they impressed me so much that I'm leaning to this one important question. Are the Chicago Bulls championship contenders? Now, this is a question that I feel like is going to be brought up throughout the regular season. So I just want to give my thoughts on the subject. So the Chicago Bulls decided to shake it up and sign a bunch of players. And as I look at the roster, it's kind of deep. They're looking kind of deep. If you go down to the very end of the bench, they can at least go 10, 11 deep with this roster. I mean, let's look at who they signed. Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, Alex Caruso, Derrick Jones Jr., Troy Brown. They already had Patrick Williams, Vucevic, Kobe White, and Zach LaVine. Not to mention, they got Elise Johnson. They got Matt Thomas from the Raptors, a sharpshooter. They got pieces. And the pieces that they've acquired to go along with the pieces they already had, it looks like a good fit. I know some people will mention DeMar DeRozan. Oh, he's not a three-point shooter. He's not really going to stretch the floor. But look at who they have around DeRozan. You already have Vucevic. He can score in the post. He can spread the floor. Zach LaVine, he's a scorer all around. You got Lonzo Ball, improved shooter. Kobe White, improved shooter who can score the ball. Matt Thomas, a sharpshooter. DeMar DeRozan's three-point shot won't really be an issue as long as he stays aggressive and continues being a good playmaker. There will be no issue. If there was a negative to point out about this team, it would be the defense. I mean, let's be real. We're not seeing a lot of defenders on this team. It's looking like Patrick Williams, along with Lonzo Ball, is going to take a lot of the defensive responsibilities. I mean, Alex Caruso can also defend, but there's not much going on here on the defensive side. It's going to really need to take a full team effort for them to just be average. I mean, if they're average, Chicago Bulls will be a great team, not only in the Eastern Conference, but in the entire league. So just effort from guys like DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, especially Zach LaVine, because he has the capabilities of being a really good defender. When it comes to Vucevic, I don't really expect greatness from the defensive end. I would just like to see him try. He does that, and that's good enough for me. Now, there's going to be a few components as to the reason why the Chicago Bulls will be a contender. Guys like Vucevic and DeRozan have pretty much hit their prime or peak, and that's not a bad thing. We're going to see consistent play, good, solid play from the both of them throughout the year, and we know what to expect from them. But the guys who I think are going to take that next big jump are Zach LaVine and Patrick Williams. Now, with Zach LaVine, it's time to become an all-star, to take that all-star role. So far, he's been putting up good numbers on a bad team. This year, it's time to make an impact. I want to see him lead this squad into the playoffs. Take that next step and that responsibility. There is no reason why Zach LaVine shouldn't be a top 25 player by the end of this season. Now, for Patrick Williams, he's coming into his second year, and I want to see some improvement from his rookie season. Last year, he averaged 9.2 points and 4.6 rebounds. Now, the points aren't really important. It's more so to the rebounds. I want to see at least 7 rebounds. There's no reason why he should be averaging less than 7. But in the end, it's going to come down to the defense. And I expect him to take a big responsibility throughout the season. And I would love to see him embrace that role. Now, even with all the players playing their part and Zach LaVine, along with other players, taking that next step, they will not win a championship unless Lonzo Ball becomes the second best player on this team. And not because of DeRozan and Vucevic declining, but because Lonzo Ball has improved to the point when he could be a top 30 player, at least in the argument, a top 30 player in this league. If he can become a serious scoring threat to go along with his passing ability and his defense, why not consider him a top 30 player in this league at that point? If he already has the defensive ability and the playmaking ability, if he has the offensive scoring, he has his own case to be that, including an all-star. In the Eastern Conference, if he improves his scoring and can average at least 18 points a game, he will have his own argument of becoming an all-star this year. I truly believe that if he improves his game that much, the Bulls will be championship contenders. Will they win the championship? That's highly doubtful. But at least being in the conversation is very capable for the Bulls. Anyways, that will conclude this video. If you guys enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know your opinions and thoughts. And I'll be back with another one soon. Peace out.